know. You never know. Hey folks, David Olney here. You never know, sitting on my front porch. Last night, today is Friday here. I don't know what it is in your world, but it's Friday right now. And last night I played at the 5 spot with the band. We're playing there every Thursday this month, and it was really fun. Big amounts of fun. It was the first time I played with this fiddle player Ronstadt, who really shone, and Sergio, who was originally not going to be there, was going to be out west, was there. So it was spectacular with both Ward and Sergio. So that went good. What's coming up? Oh, blah, 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 blah. That starts at 6 p.m. And okay, coming up, Calgary, Alberta, and Canada in late October with Irene Kelly, Kevin Welch, and Sergio Webb, presented by the Bow Valley Music Club. Sonnets for sale, direct by email only at davidolneyalert@gmail.com. Like you're going to remember this. No, you're not. Okay, so, but that's okay.
It's on the bottom of the screen. We put it on the bottom of the screen.
They put it on the bottom of the screen. So, okay. You get it coming and going. Okay. I wanted to mention something. These are friends of mine. Madeline Fendrick and Brian Peck, and they are really good. They're extremely nice people, and they're really kind of that. It's kind of almost like Appalachian folk music type music, and they're really good musicians. She's a real good actress. She was in 12th Night last winter. But anyway, there it is. Fendrick and Peck, Lucky Penny. And so, go look that up and buy it. Okay, so now, we're doing stuff from Film Noir. And that's also in Body of Evidence, which is 3 CDs, which I'm going to play stuff from over the next few weeks from the other 2 CDs too, but it's in Body of Evidence. Okay, here we go. This is called Sunset on Sunset Boulevard. All these songs are supposed to be like detective film noir type, that kind of vibe. And this was the first one that I made up. Pretty thing with grand ambitions. She's going to be a star someday. So sweet, so young, so pure, so innocent. Unless you're standing in her way. The handsome face, the youthful body. Made himself a foolproof plan. He'd like to think that he was cheated, but you can't cheat an honest man. That's how it goes. This case is closed. Sunset on Sunset Boulevard. The aging star sips her martini, then throws the glass at her TV. Those filthy swine have all forgotten How dare they turn their backs on me? The fat man slips into his hot tub, satisfied his lust is spent. $1,000 to ease the tension. Just one more business expense. The sky still glows, but this case is closed. Sunset on Sunset Boulevard. I'd like to thank God for my Oscar, but most of all I thank you fans. I love you because you love me. God bless you all, God bless you all. The siren's wail fades in the distance. Wash the bloodstains off the floor. The damning photographs have vanished. The body's safely in the morgue. Now there's an opening at the escort service. If you don't mind exotic tastes, the hours are good, the work is easy. Don't let this chance go to waste. On goes the show, but this case is closed. Sunset on Boulevard. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now the farce is finally over. Our tawdry drama's at an end. The players soon will be forgotten. There's no more reason to pretend. A cheap hotel, a shot of whiskey, neon sign like a ragged nerve, a one-way ticket to oblivion. We only get what we deserve. Everyone knows this case is closed. Sunset on the Sunset Boulevard. Sunset on Sunset Boulevard. Made it up in a bar in Hollywood years ago. And somewhere around the third vodka and tonic, I looked up at the TV set, and it was like an awards show. It was like the Emmys or the Oscars or something. And there was this old battle axe. I can't remember who it was, accepting her award. I couldn't hear what she was saying, so I kind of made that part up. So there it is, Sunset on Sunset Boulevard. Okay, now moving right along, it's time for the sixth part of The Ancient Mariner. Okay, he's begun the redemption process. The ship has been moving mysteriously by itself. He can hear the wind, but he can't feel the wind, and it's moving the ship, and then it stops suddenly, and kind of weird, and then it moves like a pawing horse let go, and it throws him down on the ground. He bumps his head, gets knocked out, but in his unconscious, he hears two voices talking about him, saying, "Is this the guy that killed the Albatross?" "Yes, it is." "Holy shit." Okay, so now the voices keep going. "But tell me, speak again, thy soft response renewing. What makes that ship drive on so fast? What is the ocean doing? Still as a slave before his lord, the ocean hath no blast. His great bright eye most silently up to the moon is cast. If he might know which way to go, for she guides him smooth or grim. See, brother, see how graciously she looketh down on him. But why drives on that ship so fast without a wave or wind? The air is cut away before and closes from behind. Fly, brother, fly, more high, or we shall be belated, for slow and slow that ship shall go when the mariner's trance is abated." I awoke, and we were sailing on as in a gentle weather. 'Twas night, calm night, the moon was high, the dead men stood together. All stood together on the deck for a charnel dungeon fitter, all fixed on me their stony eye that in the moon did glitter. I looked upon the rotting sea and drew my eyes away. I looked upon the rotting deck and there the dead men lay. I looked to heaven and tried to pray, but or ever a prayer had gushed, a wicked whisper came and made my heart as dry as dust. I closed my lids and kept them close, and the balls like pulses beat, for the sky and the sea and the sea and the sky lay like a load on my weary eye, and the dead were at my feet. The cold sweat melted from their limbs, nor rot nor reek did they, and the look with which they looked on me had never passed away. An orphan's curse would drag to hell a spirit from on high, but oh, more horrible than this is the curse in the dead man's eye. 7 days, 7 nights I saw that curse, and yet I could not die. And now the spell was snapped. Once more I viewed the ocean green, and looked far forth, yet little saw of what had else been seen. Like one that on a lonesome road doth walk in fear and dread, and having once turned round, walks on and no more turns his head, because he knows a frightful fiend doth close behind him tread. But now there breathed a wind on me, nor sound no motion made. Its path was not upon the sea in ripple or in shade. It raised my hair, it fanned my cheek, like the meadow gale of spring. It mingled strangely with my fears, yet it felt like a welcoming. Swiftly, swiftly flew the ship, yet she sailed softly too. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze on me alone, it blew. Oh, dream of joy, is this indeed the lighthouse top I see? Is this the rock? Is this the kirk? Is this mine own country? We drifted o'er the harbour bar, and I with sobs did pray, "Oh, let me be awake, dear God, oh, let me sleep alway." The harbour bay was smooth as glass, so clearly was she strewn, and on the bay the moonlight lay, and the shadow of the moon. The rock shone bright, the kirk no less, that stands upon the rock. The moonlight steeped in silentness the steady weathercock. The bay was white with silent light, till rising from the same, full many shapes that shadows were, and crimson colors came. A little distance from the prow, the crimson shadows were. I turned my eyes upon the deck. Oh, Christ, what saw I there? Each course was flat, lifeless and flat, and by the holy rood, a man all light, a seraph man, on every course there stood. This seraph band, each waved his hand. It was a heavenly sight. Each stood as signals to the land, each one a lovely light. This seraph band, each waved his hand. No voice did they impart, no voice, but oh, the silence sank like music on my heart. But soon I heard the dash of oars, I heard the pilot's cheer. My head was turned perforce away. I saw a boat appear, the pilot and the pilot's boy. I saw them coming fast. Dear God in heaven, it was a joy the dead men could not blast. I saw a third, I heard his voice. It is the hermit good. He singeth loud his godly hymns that he makes in the wood. He'll shrieve my soul, he'll wash away the albatross's blood. Oh, all right. Got it. Whoop. All right, there you go. Next week, the grand finale. The world has been waiting for, of the Ancient Mariner. I can barely stand it. The air is electric with excitement. A crowd of thousands is gathered out there in the streets, waiting to hear part 7 of the Ancient Mariner. See you later.
You never know. You never know.